not ready.
Clearly about to go down.
I'm not ready.
It's about to go down.
I'm not ready. Okay, let's start by unlocking it.
Oh?
Oh? You're approaching to me? Can't beat the shit out of this game without getting closer. Then come as close as you like.
Alright. Big 14%. Let's see how thick the remaining 86 is.
The heaviest 14 you've ever felt. Heaviest 14%.
I can no longer rely on Shikishima. Miss Morimura's death has left the Shikishima execs in disarray.
Okay.
Now they won't let me spearhead the Sentinel project, as if I'm just a child. I doubt my opinion will weigh much in their discussions going forward.
Do you know that Baby Mura shot her? Sounds almost like he might not.
Miss Morimura, why did you have to die?
No, he doesn't. Baby Mura. The true fucking villain. Right? In the end, if Fluffy gets cleared for just trying to set up the game so that everybody can fight and win, with the concept of experience being introduced, then really the big question mark remaining is like fucking Baby Mura. And you are the one that hangs out with her.
Can't wait for this game to end, and then they're like, nobody was bad.
Dude.
No antagonist.
Dude.
All along.
Dude. You say that as if anime and manga don't do it all the time.
Ayame Park, please.
Need I remind you about Punchline Orochimaru running around the village, just goofing around, having fun, while the grandson of the man he killed is just like hanging out, filming him, just chilling, no big deals.
Ever since the battle that ended with the Sentinels infected, Miss Morimura has been pushing this operation as one of its fiercest supporters. This refers to the humans who can control the UFO's mainframe. Those compatible have nanomachines implanted in their bodies.
That was pretty quick, Gouto-kun.
I checked the corpse at the police station. It was yours, Miss Morimura. There's no doubt about it.
Is that so?
You don't seem too shocked about your death.
Well, it didn't exactly stop me. Here I am, safe and sound.
I suppose that's true.
Sus.
So, what did the police say?
The cause of death was a gunshot to the abdominal area. No bullet was found in the body, though it's easy to imagine why. The murder weapon was likely from beyond this time, beyond material bullets. Estimated time of death is approximately 1900 hours. You were witnessed running off somewhere with a short-haired student. According to a pedestrian's eyewitness account, anyway.
They found a witness. This era's police really did their due diligence.
How are you approaching this?
There should have been that drone tracking her movement. So, anything helpful in its footage?
The timing couldn't have been worse. It looks like it was monitoring the government's movement at the time. So she wasn't even under surveillance.
I see.
Any thoughts as to our primary suspect? Who do you think did it?
Well,
This is interesting because you can't possibly get to this point of the game without having seen the whole thing play out.
an acquaintance of Miss Morimura, described as a short-haired male in a student uniform. Most likely A. Sekigahara. witness statement matches the description of A. Sekigahara.
It did seem like something was wrong with A. Sekigahara's memories. I wouldn't be surprised if he was our murderer.
Though it raises the question of why he'd bother to lure her out. Surely a murderer's optimal scenario is to avoid being spotted at all.
Well, maybe it wasn't premeditated. He could have killed her by accident.
Well, he certainly is the type to brood over things. I can say he's not enough of an idiot to shoot someone on impulse.
Who else could it be? That man with that call sign? Some numerical name.
Logically speaking, he would naturally be another potential suspect. He did attempt to eradicate all the compatibles. He's a dangerous individual, and he's still at large. All that's left of 426 is his consciousness. I don't think I could reliably predict his behavior. He's desperate enough to do anything. 426 certainly isn't above killing. If Ida-san were here, I'm sure he'd declare 426 our primary suspect.
We know he killed at least 4 people. That's why I shot him dead in the end. If he resurrected himself as an android, maybe that would give him a chance at revenge. As a motive, it sounds pretty clear-cut.
So you believe 426 is the most likely suspect?
Barring A. Sekigahara. Who else could it be?
Yo, Gouto. Gouto, please tell me you're pulling some JoJo moves right now.
Aside from Miss Morimura and Ida-san, 4 others came here for refuge 16 years ago. By the time I'd started assisting Miss Morimura's efforts, they'd already lost their physical bodies. Fortunately, we were able to use the data stored in Sector 0. This allowed us to meld their replicated consciousness with AI. As for how they lost their bodies in the first place, reportedly 426 is doing. He destroyed them all in one fell swoop. According to Ida-san's account, anyway. But if number 16 is to be believed, that's not what really happened. And Miss Morimura should be aware of that.
Okay. Four others came here for refuge 16 years ago. Yeah, okay, because when we talked about the 4 or those that came with you, I remember looking at that and going, oh, I guess they're describing Megumi, Shu, well, Ida. No, but then he ended up surviving. But at least in that scene, we see him. Yeah, so anyway, I wasn't too certain about that. So this here is saying that and that was the previous loop. So this is after that. So this is implying that no, like another 4 came forward, lost their physical bodies, they pulled them from Sector 0 and melded them with the AI. Now we know for a fact that Mura and Hijiyama were pulled or rather were used as AI in the early Sentinel program.
Miura, yes. Hijiyama as well.
He mentioned, so Miura, we see it, but Hijiyama, it's only mentioned in that flashback scene we watched where they're all meeting up and talking.
Okay.
And they talk about the fact that they had the AI ready for the Sentinels, and that Hijiyama and Miura were ready to be used as AI.
Okay.
We like earlier, like this session.
Yeah.
I spoke with the pilot of Sentinel number 16. Back then, she gave Miss Morimura something nobody else would. The truth.
Wait.
He did attempt to eradicate all the compatibles. He's a dangerous individual, and he's still at large. All that's left of 426 is his consciousness. I don't think I could reliably predict his...
Yeah.
Renya Gouto's theory, what?
Pilot of 16 is, or was in
That's
ABBA, right?
Tommy, yeah.
Yeah.
Miss Morimura, I have one more question.
What is it?
Regarding 426, would you say you had any particular feelings toward him?
Feelings? Well, he was certainly a good friend. I felt like he really understood me. Well, used to, anyway. Where's this coming from?
That doesn't make sense. According to number 18, or should I say, Tamao-san,
Called Tamao-san, number 18.
Well, she was an AI that was prepared for by Ida as well.
Yeah.
Her first introduction is through when she's on the computer talking
Yeah.
to him while he's...
I didn't know that he was going to put her as well in a Sentinel.
I mean, I guess these AI constructs based on real people who we know Tamao was real because we saw her.
Yep.
So these AI constructs based on real people serve as the strong basis for the Proto-Sentinel AI project, right? Okay, so now we have another thing brought up here. So, yeah, I guess are we going to go into different memories right now? Let me just quickly make sure we don't hit any points of no return. If I do this
I had
one.
a hunch about Miss Morimura's feelings, and my discussion with Tamao-san only confirmed my suspicions.
Okay, yes. So we have multiple memories to go into
Okay.
I
right
spoke with the pilot back then. She the truth.
Wait, what do you mean? Could you go over that again?
Our defensive maneuvers failed. So we decided to stick to the plan. We all headed to the gate to escape. But there was an explosion while we were shifting. From what I can tell, the Type 98 we were shifting in got attacked. But that's the last thing I remember. After that, nothing.
That means... Is that how your data was damaged? It wasn't some plot by 426 after all? Just an explosion? We never did manage to completely reconstruct your data. I thought it was just that you didn't get converted in time, but... You were all dead before the shift even happened. Ida-kun, you said he killed the 4 of them. I know you did. You said he sabotaged them, killed them.
Given the chance, he certainly would have.
You lied to me?
He already tried to kill us all in the past. You know he'd have tried again if we left him alive. Killing him was the right call.
No. That means...
Interesting. Okay. God, sorry, I have a bad cough today. Fucking hell.
Get some water.
I'm trying. I'm downing the water.
Can you pull up the text?
Yeah,
I don't know.
absolutely. So that we just took the word that he took him out, and we saw the Juro of Loop 2 actually take him
Popping
out.
caps, yeah.
So now, when she confronted him, she was using that information as the basis. And then I'm seeing, so it seems that that was not the case. And we never saw Inaba die on screen. We just know that Ida was like, you killed her. Fuck you.
Yeah,
And that's all we had to go on.
that's fair.
Our defense maneuvers failed. We decided to stick to the plan, head to the gate to escape. But there was an explosion while we were shifting. Okay, so...
The Type 98 we were shifting in got attacked.
That's the last thing I remember, and after that, nothing. Yes. So, you know, they're... The kids of Loop 2 are fighting back with their Type 98s. I don't know if they all got together or not, but I guess this is kind of what we're finding out. You know, like what the rest of Loop 2's final events were. Mm-hmm. Because all we saw was Morimura saving Ida. How was your data damaged? Yeah, what caused the explosion? It wasn't 426. We never got to reconstruct it. Yeah. You said he sabotaged them. Given the chance, he would have, but he didn't actually. So, who are the 4 you're referring to? And more importantly, like, what actually caused it? Now we have the next one. We have Tamao's statement. Let's do that.
I had a hunch about Miss Morimura's feelings, and my discussion with Tamao-san only confirmed my suspicions.
And you can mark down Tamao as 18.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. We're good.
Okay. People are asking if you're going to release the Reggie notes.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
It's a topic of discussion.
It's just like notes of what transpired, nothing fancy, but yeah, I can release the notes.
You're afraid of getting judged?
Hey, it's nothing, no opinions, just facts.
All right.
Gouto-kun. I'm sorry for this. I know it's sudden. I need to talk to you.
Did something happen?
It's about Morimura-san. She's been transplanting 426's memories onto Juro-kun. I only just found out.
426? As in the escaped android?
No, not that one. She's using the memory data of the man himself. It was saved during the shift.
In other words, she's trying to use Juro to create another 426?
I did my best to talk her down. She's letting me handle Juro-kun's treatment now. Still, I don't think she's given up on this.
Why is she trying to bring back 426?
Well, I've been giving her some advice about it. And I understand where she's coming from, but... Morimura-san is in love with him.
Huh.
With 426?
Maybe she always has been. That's why she wants him back as a human.
But she has to know the risks. He's a dangerous man.
True, but that's not exactly what she's remembering. Besides, she's the one who killed him. That guilt is still eating at her.
Huh. She kills him, as we said earlier, on the basis that they didn't have the relationship in this timeline. So then the guilt is eating away at her now because the story wasn't complete.
Watch over Morimura-san. And try to keep her away from Juro-kun if you can.
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh my god, that fucking cop.
Thank you. I can barely take the idea of 1426, let alone 2.
Everything continues to complicate itself by orders of magnitude, again and again.
So I was right. Miss Morimura did have feelings for someone.
So what happens in the split that this Morimura is still in love?
That it doesn't make sense to me. What I've got based on this conversation is that she shot him in that bridge show-off that we saw.
Yeah.
And then now went back to Ida and they spoke, and then Ida says, "Hey," and then effectively she goes, I thought he set up the plot that killed those 4, right?" And then he says, "Well, he would have," and then he kind of like didn't tell the truth. And he was in the previous loop the one who was directly shot by him but survived. So he's got his biases, obviously.
Yeah.
And blames Tomi on that situation too. But yeah, I'm not sure why after that point she still has those feelings. So I'm a little bit I'm trying to figure it out too.
Aside from Miss Morimura and Ida-san, 4 others came here for refuge 16 years ago. By the time I'd started assisting Miss Morimura's efforts, they'd already lost their physical bodies. Fortunately, we were able to use the data stored in Sector 0. This allowed us to meld their replicated consciousness with AI. As for how they lost their bodies in the first place, reportedly 426 is doing. He destroyed them all in one fell swoop.
Reportedly.
According to Ida-san's account, anyway.
But that's what's being
But
brought
if
into
number
question.
16 is to be believed, that's not what really happened. And Miss Morimura should be aware of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
When Juro Izumi lost his memories, you aimed to use him to revive 426. Make one a vessel for the other. One reason seems most likely. You harbored romantic feelings
Is
for
that a
him.
blush?
It was.
With him? You're joking. That Chihiro Morimura was mind-hacked, remember? You said so yourself.
Oh my god, there was a point earlier where they talked about her being compromised, wasn't there? About, like, not necessarily being able to trust that she wasn't compromised. That's ringing a bell, too. Okay.
My goodness, romantic feelings? For him? No, God no. Not my cup of tea.
Huh. I mean, she was born a clone and then given Morimura's, like, thoughts, but the Morimura that actually, yeah.
How
Anyway.
did Gouto unlock her memories again? Like he goes and he fetches her.
You're talking about in 2020,
Mura?
in 2025? In 2025, there's a scene where Gouto goes and literally, and we see them, like, introducing themselves. In fact, if we just use the guideline... we should be looking for Sector 3, right? I think they meet up in Sector 3? No, Sector 2. No, sorry.
Or was it
it's
when
3.
baby Morimura was in the 40s?
She acts too much. She doesn't ever attempt. There's a scene where she, like, reveals herself later, but the one I distinctly remember is... Here, we'll find it by scrolling in a second. It's from Sector 3. Yes. This one.
And that's where he's like, he restores the memories,
Well,
right?
let's just,
My apologies, Miss.
we'll have to relearn it.
Making arrangements in 1985. I'm sorry we've had to remain here the past few...
Not much we can do if it... I have to... Was it absolutely necessary to...
Does it bother you? Considering the age, it struck me as the most inconspicuous. You're not having trouble walking, are you,
You should probably just call me Chihiro, otherwise we'll seem...
Okay, Chihiro.
Better drop the sun. Honestly, I'm surprised you were able to find me at all.
A certain data log helped. I found records that your mind had been transferred into the young child standing before me.
Okay, he found logs that happened, and then he used those to find where she was. So, like, he just came, like, the process already occurred. Morimura already made the, or whatever, like, whatever.
This body is a juvenile clone of me. I ran an experiment to see if I could restore my compatibility.
Yes. Okay.
But
It turned
failed.
out to be a failure.
Yeah.
She says that she made herself in order to get her compatibility back, and then Gouto came and found her.
That's why I sealed my memories.
Yeah. And they were sealed for 5 years.
Now, we don't know if she's telling the truth or not, but this is what she says.
I guess the log from that experiment got preserved.
This compatibility, that'd be the ability...
You need compatibility. I was once compatible, but after everything got rewound, I lost that power. Maybe it's hard for you to see how crucial that ability is, but you'll understand soon enough.
Right.
What's going on with my actual body?
She's acting like a completely different person.
Okay, so this is the part where, yeah, we kind of... This is where I'm remembering the discussion about her being potentially compromised.
Okay.
My theory is that someone's taken control of her.
She's acting like a completely different person. My theory, someone's taking control of her. My actual body. My actual body. Okay, so... Given the time frame we're in here, like, technically Morimura's actual body is already just the fucking Sector Zero ghost, right? Transferred onto one of the fucking androids.
Okay.
And then there's Iori, who is literally a human being, born in this era, who is the real body, right? So Iori is the person who's actually flesh and blood.
Okay.
I mean, well, beyond her in this context.
You're saying she got mind hacked?
She's clearly behaving very different. It seems like she's working against the Sentinel. It's like she's been influenced by 4-2, or the man himself may just be wearing her face.
That certainly explains why you woke me up.
So she could she's probably just referring to the Morimura we know then, based on that conversation about her working against the project and shit.
Not much to go on, though. Either way, we'll have to do some more investigation. I can see it's been quite a while since my memories were sealed.
But yeah, damn, this whole thread, we never went anywhere with it, so this is where it's coming back up now in his current thing.
5 home, and now 4 sectors have gone dark.
Super forgot about it.
First, you'd better catch me up on major developments.
Easy enough. Hardly comfortable surroundings. I'll explain.
Yeah. So what we need to see is the scene where she is created by Morimura. You know, we need her origin story, actually. Anyway, let's just keep going because yeah, the love thing is not clear right now.
Aside from his 4 others, by the time
They don't ever say who. They don't say who, but they keep referring to
I'd
them
like
as
to
the 4.
revisit something you just mentioned. About 426 killing at least 4 individuals. Do you really not remember?
Remember what?
You've read my files, I presume? I gathered quite a lot of material in the past. Most of it is rather outdated, including Ida-san's statement concerning those victims. In other words, your answer is objectively incorrect.
Really? Well, can you blame me? Look at this body I'm stuck with. I'm bound to have some memories confused.
Is it possible that the reason why the love thing is being introduced is because the Morimura that was in love with 426 is what we're talking about right now? The one that theoretically died in Loop 2? That's the one that actually had that relationship with him. That's where that would have occurred, if any. And
yeah, I guess.
Put a fucking bookmark in that thought.
If you have some comment on this form, then by all means.
No. That's not what I meant.
But that couldn't make sense because her Sector 0 memory existed in the same place on Sumerian Bridge, so... let's just go. Let's go.
If you recall, I suggested that Miss Morimura was mind-hacked. That idea was based on a certain piece of evidence I found. One particular log.
What log?
If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know. 2 years before you were born, Ida-san extracted some information from 426 that in turn led to the discovery of the data log in question.
So why again does this matter?
You're about to find out.
Yeah, I feel like he's cornering her.
As for the log itself, it contains footage from the year 2188.
Playing turnabout.
It was found buried in the
music right
mainframe
now.
data during the analysis of 426.
All right, let's go.
You seem very disturbed by me seeing that file. So much so, in fact, that you ended up deleting all of your logs. Would you mind telling me why you did that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, at the very least, its contents suggested a connection to 426. Or even that he had been manipulating Miss Morimura. The log contained a very interesting report. Apparently, Juro Izumi downloaded memories onto Chihiro Morimura's clone.
"426 was the one who overwrote my memories? So what does that mean? What are you trying to say? Your Morimura and I are both 426?
This is Tetsuya Ida. Don't know why I'm recording this. Nobody's going to hear it. Still, might as well. Not like I have anywhere else to share this. I was in the middle of a routine bug regression test.
Regression.
And I noticed part of the final phase had been altered.
That's a super real task everybody does in QA. Anyways.
The change was made in Chihiro Morimura's host. The setting change looks like it'll trigger a memory overwrite. I don't know anything about the memory's contents, but it says the modifying user was Juro Izumi. Because someone thought it'd be a great idea to give that guy senior admin ID. And at this point, what the hell can we do about it? At least now I have proof. You're all hypocrites anyway. Yes, including you, jackass. So who even cares anymore? None of this matters. We're all dead anyway.
Oh, okay. So we finally get to see him. Well,
Finally.
he's
Someone.
He's got that energy.
Don't know why I'm doing this. No, nothing matters. Nobody's gonna hear it.
Well, I mean,
we're all dead.
Well, it sounds like he's one of the fucking last ones left, and we know that he escaped the shootout, right? We know that he escaped the shootout, and we know that his chick is not down with him anymore. So and then we know that the fucking bomb goes off from Sekigahara. So like all the this must be after all the shit has gone down, and we're just coasting to the end. Possibly, right? In the middle of routine bug regression. You want to let the people know what regression is, just for the
Well, basically, once you do your testing, you get your bug reports, and then it's sent off to the devs or whoever has to fix the bug, and then it comes back to the testers to make sure that the bug is not there anymore. So whatever fix has been implemented, whether it's removing the feature or fixing the bug itself, you have to make sure that everything is in the proper state that is expected.
Regression is testing the fix to make sure that the bug that you reported is fixed. Yeah. I noticed the final phase has been altered. The change was made in Morimura's host. The setting change looks like it'll trigger a memory override. I don't know anything about the memory's contents, but the modifying user was Juro Izumi. Major Juro Izumi.
Mm-hmm.
Someone thought it'd be a great idea to give that guy senior admin ID. At this point, what the hell can we do? At least now I have proof. You're all hypocrites anyway, including you, jackass. So who cares anymore? None of this matters. We're all dead anyway. We're all hypocrites. That makes me think because everyone's acting in self-interest towards the end here. So if he's doing the same, then why not call out the others? Interesting. Who's the jackass, I wonder? Whoever's left. And Juro Izumi here was doing some stuff.
Yeah, he's a coder.
And he interfered in this process somehow. The only thing we've seen of him has been good guy saving baby Yakushiji.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And hearsay that he was Ogata's lackey.
And died in that scene.
The log inconveniently revealed one of your secrets. One you were desperate to keep me away from. So you deleted it. That's my theory, anyway.
Hey, I wonder if the event archive gets updated immediately.
Oh, I wouldn't think so.
No, it only does at the end of
the
this.
end when it says this has been updated.
This refers to the humans who can... Remember where this all began? It was the compatibility experiment, the one that produced you. Based off Miss Morimura's footage and your own admissions, I've completely misjudged the situation. All this time, I believed you were her. But even from the very beginning, you've been your own person.
So, what are you saying? I'm not Chihiro Morimura? If I'm not a duplicate of Chihiro Morimura, then who exactly do you think I am?
You are Chihiro Morimura.
Well, there you have it.
No, not Miss Morimura, the teacher. Professor Chihiro Morimura. The one from the year
2188.
And the central figure of Shikishima's interstellar development project.
The one who fucking killed humanity. Someone's around that can answer some fucking questions. And instead of doing that, they're popping fucking bullets into people whipping guns out, acting nefarious behind the scenes, deleting logs, covering tracks.
Wow. Okay. Okay, let's hit those files. Okay.
Instead of doing what can be done to help, she's up to some shit.
Clean up. Juro Izumi 2188. The overarching plan was altered so that Chihiro Morimura's host would undergo a memory overwrite during the final process of Project Arc. Tetsuya Ida discovers this deviation, along with the fact that Izumi is the one who authorized the change.
He let it happen. Huh. You know, I'm not gonna lie in that, like, I always wondered about, like, someone from that era digitizing themselves into the loop, you know? And, like, there just wasn't anything to point towards it yet. But there it is.
Renya Gouto. Upon realizing the distinct discrepancy between Miss Morimura's and Chihiro's memories, Gouto considers the possibility that Chihiro isn't simply a clone of Morimura. After researching the logs of 2188's Morimura, he theorizes that Chihiro's true identity is instead Professor Chihiro Morimura from 2188.
Who might actually have feelings for Major Juro Izumi.
So it's not even where we were looking at.
Not even. Throw that out. Dunk it into the trash.
Wow.
Windmill.
She has been in love with Juro Izumi since she was young. Baby Chihiro. For the compatibility experiment, Morimura believed she had transplanted her own memories previously saved in Sector 0 over to her clone Chihiro. However, the memories that she transplanted from Sector 0 actually belonged to Professor Chihiro Morimura from 2188.
And Major Juro, put those, or allowed that to be made possible from the outside. Okay. Maybe because he wanted, who knows? Like, what, you know, just fucking stop.
Miyuki Inaba. Back when their final line of defense failed one loop ago, Kisaragi and the others tried to shift before the world got reset. Unfortunately, due to an explosion, their data was damaged and couldn't be fully reconstructed, preventing them from making it into the next world.
The plot has thickened into concrete. It has congealed and hardened into a diamond-like structure in its thickness. There is no longer anything even slightly Newtonian about it. The plot has melded and become an entirely different consistency from anything resembling a fluid. Fuck turning it upside down after you put the blizzard in the cup to see if it falls out.
Yeah.
It has become cement. You cannot possibly get any thicker.
Chew on that.
Can I use the bathroom for a moment?
Yes, you may.
Jump out a fucking window while I'm at it? All right. So the only person that could give an offer a whole lot of context is a jackass. Oh, damn it. All right.
Yep.
This happens before. This happens before. The bomb goes off.
Man, so she was running.
And there's a scene... One scene before, one scene after.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some... This is... probably the most important one, not counting whatever we get after this is all done. This one right here is literally either the end of 2188 or the beginning of a million, billion, jillion, zillion, whatever. Like era 2, like you don't, what do you even call it? Just whatever, like era 2, you know?
Yeah.
This right here. This is the missing link.
Is it millions of years?
Yeah. This is the missing link. This is either before or after or during, but we fucking need this right here. Badly.
Millions of years.
Hold on a second.
The gears are turning.
Hold on a second. In Sector 5, when she stops acting like Mira's little sister, we get one scene of her
Yeah, so I remember that. Gouto shows up and he's like, peace.
Gouto-san, what are you doing?
Let me go!
Please calm down, Miss Morimura.
Chihiro-chan! Where do you plan on taking her?
I apologize for what I've done to you. But you have no reason to worry.
Wait.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. That was it.
He just grabs her. Okay. Is this the one where she talks a little bit more? Or is it that one down there? No. No, this is where he runs off. This is where they come back and everything's on fire. So then this last scene in... He searches for Chihiro. And then he sees her in the present. Okay. Alright, sorry. Yeah, I just wanted to track the scenes with her. And see, and kind of just see, like, her earliest moments, and then the point at which she goes from behaving like a child into having awareness. And then when Mira runs into her the first time and she's like, I am your sister, yes, but also blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what the fuck? Yeah, okay. All right.